So I'll give some backstory here because there was already tension prior to this incident. My best friend and I have been best friends for over 20 years. We are now 28 and 27. He doesn't like sharing any of his business. This also applied when he started dating his now wife. I didn't even know until they had officially become a couple, and I hadn't met her until after their 1 year anniversary. Best friend asked me to not tell my girlfriend about his because my girlfriend is pretty talkative and would have told others. I didn't see a problem with this as my best friend, and girlfriend didn't really talk much, and me and my girlfriend never talked about him. About 3 years ago, my best friend posted about his 3 year anniversary with his girlfriend. Okay, let's call her Jessica. And all of our friends were shocked as none of them knew he was seeing anyone. My girlfriend got upset with me for knowing this information and keeping it a secret from her. We had a fight, but resolved it. I've suggested double dates since, but she has never been interested. She didn't even come to my best friend's wedding. Fast forward to now, our friend group always takes a vacation every year. Jessica has never come, so all of our friends only met her at the wedding. This year, we were set to go skiing. Some things happened, and we couldn't make it to our original destination, so we ended up coming to my best friend's house. Everyone was excited because they'd get to see Jessica. While at the house, I got really sick from the food we had at the airport. I had stomach aches and the worst headache humanly possible. Jessica is one of those herbal medicine people. So she made me some tea and did some trick with pulling my hair to relieve the headache, which worked instantly. She had made dinner. My girlfriend refused to eat and insisted she wasn't hungry. Cool. We complimented the cooking and went to sleep early. My girlfriend has refused to talk to Jessica and has been upset this entire trip. She has been mocking Jessica's accent. She's from Congo. And we talked about it, and she finally stopped. The last pair of people we had been waiting for arrived super late last night. So today we hung out at the house and had dinner together. There has been a lot of attention on Jessica as no one really knows her. My girlfriend got angry and started mocking her accent in front of everyone. Best friend glared at me and it got really awkward. I spoke with my girlfriend outside and she started crying really loud and backed on some plant stand and accidentally knocked it over, which made a noise. Jessica came to check up and before I knew it, my girlfriend punched her face and she started crying. My best friend came to this and now wants my girlfriend gone in the morning. With the holidays, no nice hotels near us are available. My girlfriend doesn't care and is sleeping on the couch. I've apologized to my friend and his wife several times, but I'm completely pissed at my girlfriend. She doesn't normally act like this. She hasn't been clear on her feelings or thoughts leading up to now. This is definitely going to leave a dent in my friendship. I don't know what more to do here. Edit. For everyone saying there is more to the story, no, there really isn't. This is as much I know. That's why I'm really clueless about what to do here. Also, the reason we didn't leave immediately last night is because we drove up here with 2 other people. Wouldn't be fair to them. I'll address everything else later. Just needed some input. Some comment somebody said, your girlfriend is from Congo, African. What race are you and best friend's girlfriend? Original poster replied, friend's wife is from Congo, me and friend are from Kuwait, and girlfriend is from the US but is Irish commenter. Your girlfriend is acting like a psycho. I don't know what her explanation could possibly be, but it would have to be really good for me to stay with her after this. Another commenter, the fact your entire social group didn't know they were dating until 3 years in and only met her at the wedding is just freaking weird. If you hid that from your girlfriend for 3 years, she is probably wondering what else you were hiding. But her actions are not okay, and you will likely have to either pick your girlfriend or friend, as he will never allow your girlfriend around his wife again. Original poster replied, our friend group is more so my friend group, and I just brought him around. He talks, but he just doesn't share anything personal. Not to mention we live in different states, and my girlfriend and I don't talk about him. I hope it doesn't come to that somebody said, what was you and your girlfriend's relationship with your friend previous to him meeting his now wife? How did you two start dating? Did your girlfriend know your best friend before you, etc.? Original poster replied, he has always been like that even when we were kids. Our relationship was pretty normal. Her and my friend didn't really talk then either. Nor did we talk about him. If I mentioned him, I was letting her know I'd go see him or that he was coming. We met online and then discovered she lived in a state near me, so I moved to her state since I work from home. No, she met me first and then met my friend. My girlfriend hit my best friend's wife. Update. 2 days later, text exchange original poster. How's Jessica boyfriend? She's finally sleeping. Punch wasn't really bad. I think it's just everything else that's been going that made it all really overwhelming. Original poster, I'm really sorry I don't know why. My girlfriend. Been acting like this boyfriend. She hasn't offered any explanation. Original poster, nope, refused to talk or even stay in the room. She's downstairs, boyfriend. Make sure she's not trying to break anything else downstairs. I really do mean it. I want her home in the morning. I don't want her seeing. Original poster. Yeah, no, we're going to a hotel. They're going to let us check in early. We'll stay there while I figure things out with boyfriend. Are you still going to somewhere? Original poster? I don't know. You? Boyfriend. No, I'm going to stay with Jessica. I want to make sure her face doesn't swell. Or bruise. I don't need her upset or stressed right now. No, you're fine. I've met. I don't know. You? Original poster? Yeah, I'm really sorry about that boyfriend. I know there wasn't really anything that could have been done. I promise I won't. I won't hold it against you. On the other hand, she's charging that knife taser you got her? So, original poster replied, Folk boyfriend, I love you. Take care of this. I'm going to sleep. You try and get some sleep too. Original poster, yeah, I will, boyfriend. Wake me up before you go, original poster. All right, I went to wake her up in the morning, but she was already up and ready and packed. I tried talking to her and she refused. I went back upstairs to wake up my friend before we left. He demanded an explanation on the violence. The girlfriend just started crying that we were ganging up on her. Friend told her if she didn't explain, then he'd call the police. They went back and forth, and the friends that were in the downstairs guest room came out. So we ended up leaving to not cause more commotion and wake up his wife. She didn't say anything to anyone and got in the car. The whole time she refused to talk to me, even at the hotel, I kept asking her what happened. I went to shower, and when I came back out, she left. I checked her location, and she was driving. I called, kept declining my calls, then she texted me she wanted space. My texts haven't been going through. I haven't really thought about the whole thing since and have just been in my room. Friend came to pick me up this morning. I feel awful being here. Jessica's face definitely bruised. And now I have to sit here and look at her, even though she's been nothing but nice to me, and I'm the cause of it. The rest of the trip is canceled. No one really wants to go anymore. 2 of our friends went home, and the rest have been here trying to teach Jessica how to fight. I know a lot of people said that she may have had feelings towards my friend. I haven't found anything to support that. I went through her iPad that's linked to her phone. I did find pictures of my friend that was zoomed in, but I feel like that's not enough. Especially since at a point, one of her friends used to be interested in my friend, so the pictures were probably to send to her friend. Other than that, nothing. If there is feelings involved, it would be one-sided. My friend isn't exactly the biggest fan of my girlfriend. Some background on their relationship. When we started dating, they met once at a restaurant, and then any time after that was through me on the phone. They don't even have each other's numbers, not to mention we live in different states. And my friend was a virgin before he met his wife. Anytime after that, they don't really spend time alone. If I'm not around, she's always with her friend. A few months into our relationship where she hadn't really known my friend much, my friend came to my house because he had suspected that his cancer came back and wasn't great about it. He talked about it with me while my girlfriend was there. She, wanting to help, told our friends about it so they can support him. And it turned into this huge thing, and my friend was not happy about it. After that, he always made sure if it was really personal to him, for me to not tell my girlfriend. If it was up to my friend, he would never talk to anyone. He has warmed up and gotten better about it over the years that we've been friends. I promise this man isn't hiding his wife. He is the most proud man when it comes to his wife. She has been to every single one of our work events. Even when she couldn't physically be there, he'd have her on FT to see what was going on. He used to say, my girlfriend, any chance he gets. He literally said that the reason he married her was because wife was shorter than girlfriend. He is one of those guys that will my wife the hell out of you. He's naturally a corny person. I mean, he says, I love you every time before getting off the phone. But after his wife, he's much Cormier now. He isn't a social media person altogether, but posts yearly to wish people happy holidays or birthdays. He specifically didn't want our friends to know about his girl because they can be a bit invasive about these things. We like to joke around sometimes. There has been instances where pranks were done on couples as well that went too far for him and more. His wife doesn't curse, drink, or smoke, and she's a bit of a prude, all of which our friends are opposed to, so bringing her around them wouldn't have been ideal anyway. Further update. We aren't together now. I just didn't want to confuse people by saying ex, since some might think it's a different person. But yes, ex-girlfriend. For some that were worried about my friend's cancer, it didn't actually come back. He was experiencing some symptoms that suggested it might have, and was scared about it. But it turned out no cancer. Also, I told my friend I love him back. It just didn't feel after he'd texted goodnight, and I told him, this is just when I took screenshot. I'm feeling much better now and don't feel like looking through the comments where I was making excuses. Sorry about that. My now ex-girlfriend has never done anything like this before in regards to the race thing. I've never known her to be racist. None of our friends do. She and some of friends do accent impressions. She even does mine, and I'll do hers. But not to strangers or people we just met. The reason my mind didn't immediately jump to racism is because me and friend's wife are literally the same shade. So I interpreted the accent mocking as a childish thing, especially in front of people. Even thinking back, I can't think of any instance she's been racist. I'm still hungover, though. I have talked to my friend and have told him that if they did decide to press charges, I wouldn't hold anything against, as I'd completely understand. One of ours had to do it before, and it was a lengthy and stressful process, and he doesn't want to put his wife through that right now, and neither does she. But he has let me know that he does not want to see her again. I should be able to respond to comments today. I know I haven't been the best at doing that. Or when I did, I was drunk. So, comment somebody said, your girlfriend is knowingly a boundary stomper, and it sounds like she's also a racist. Emma B. Blunt, I don't think any reason or explanation she comes up with will excuse any of her actions. She was rude to another woman in their own home. She mocked their accent openly. She attacked the homeowner for absolutely no reason. Honestly, I think your girlfriend completely ruined any good standing she had with any of your friends once this starts to get out and people hear what she's done. Somebody said, it also sounds like his friend may not be the hermit original poster thinks he is. He just doesn't like or trust the girlfriend so much that he keeps things out of her reach. My guess is she's exhibited at least an indicator of these behaviors early on. I was in an abusive relationship. Even if she's not doing it to you, if she's capable of this crap, get out. Get out now. Somebody said, this is kind of a lot of random info. What happened leading up to the punch? Original poster replied, after dinner when everyone was cleaning up, I took her outside to talk about why she was mocking friend's wife's accent after I told her to stop. She fought back that she wanted to go home. I told her she was being childish and that we couldn't just leave. She started talking about how we should have canceled the trip when the plane mix-up happened. She backed up into a plant stand thing, and the plant fell over with the vase breaking. I yelled at her about her problem, and I reminded her she had no issue coming here in the first place. Jessica came in, asked if everything was okay. I apologized for the vase and went to fix the stand, and then girlfriend punched her. New update. This is the last post, hopefully. Sorry for a late update, I've been pretty occupied, and I tried posting recently with some pictures, but my post was taken down and I wasn't able to post. But this whole thing was a huge misunderstanding. About 2 after I had been back at my friend's house, she responded to my messages and wanted to talk. At the time, I was really upset, so I called her, and we ended exchanging some awful words to each other. That night, she called my friend in front of me and was crying, "We don't deserve this," and etc., which had us both confused until she explained to him that his wife was pregnant by me, which is not the case. Side note, there is one part of the story I didn't mention because I didn't think it was relevant to the story, and it was also very private. Some days before trip, my friend's wife called me about finding out she was pregnant. She wanted to surprise her husband during New Year's and basically needed my help since her friend wasn't able to come. While I was there, we did take a moment, and she raised her concerns with me as she was getting nervous about the announcement. We were in private and hadn't thought much about this after. I did find out, however, my girlfriend heard us and thought the wife was pregnant by me. His wife was sleeping at the time of the call, so I tried telling them that wasn't the case. He went through her phone and found threads and threads of messages she's had with her mom and best friend, and including me, starting from when she found out, which we hadn't seen each in months. I ended up going to pick her up so we could talk some more. We talked for some time where she revealed that she thought she was pregnant during the whole trip. She was too scared to get tested, so we stayed in a hotel that night and then got her tested the next morning. Surely enough, she was pregnant. She has come back to apologize to my friend and his wife, and they were really understanding since it was due to a huge misunderstanding. We've been back since and have been trying to figure out everything. We aren't exactly ready to be back in the relationship since we both shared some really bad words to each other. It's been a long past few months as her parents have discovered the pregnancy and want her to terminate. I have offered to marry her since they're saying they're traditional, but that hasn't worked. For now, they're no contact, and that has taken up some of the stress. We are both working out our relationship still, but we are excited about our son. I can't go through all the comments again since there were a lot, but I can answer questions if there are any confusions. Edit, I'm not making any excuses for her. I'm simply telling you guys the explanation that a lot of you have been wanting. I suggested marriage to appease her parents as they were making some threats that would ruin girlfriend's life. And despite how she's acted recently, we were together for 7 years and I couldn't fathom her life being ruined that she worked hard for, especially being pregnant with our child. Our feelings aren't, nor are we looking to get into a relationship, but we do have some kind of relationship for our child. If my friends wanted to press charges against her, I would be in support because if someone else hit her, I would. But they haven't and have chosen to forgive while keeping a distance from, as we were before the situation. I understand the situation is aggravating, and so a lot of you feel strongly, but let's try and remember. I am a person when you're leaving unnecessarily mean comments and sending death threats to my unborn child. I will no longer be responding nor posting further here. Thank you for those you have been supportive and suggestive, as that has been helpful. Enjoy the rest of your night, everyone. Some comments. She needs major therapy, and so do you. You need to realize she will be physical with you at some point. Being pregnant isn't an excuse. Also, you are sweeping the fact your wife knowingly attacked a pregnant woman. She is lucky nothing worse happens to your wife's friend, original poster replied. I agree, I don't agree with her actions, but we are expecting and we are trying to come to some relationship since we will have a child together. We both do not intend on getting back together, but we had been together for 7 years, so I was willing to help her, i.e. the marriage suggestion, since they are holding a lot over her financially. Someone said, has she actually proven she is pregnant, or is she just saying that so you won't leave her? Original poster replied, we took the test together prior to, she only speculated that she might be, but we took it together and it confirmed somebody said, you are going to ruin this kid's life and he will blame you. Another commenter, she was still physical with you and she still hit a pregnant woman. Read that again. She knowingly got violent with a pregnant woman due to her Olympic-level conclusion jumping, based on half of an eavesdropped conversation that she didn't even have any context for. When people reacted appropriately to her shitty, violent behavior, her responses were to double down on being in the right, refuse to explain anything to anyone, give you the silent treatment, straight up ditch you, ignore you for weeks. It doesn't matter what she thought she heard. She is still an immature, violent person, and she needs therapy, not a relationship. I personally couldn't be paid enough to have a child with a person like that, but that's just me.